about to happen. I'm riding in my homegirl car. I see this girl. She's our age, you know. She's young. She's cute. Big old butt, you know. She asking me for some money, and I'm about to give her some money too. But right before I give her some money, I see she got a sign that says, "Will not have sex for money." And I was like, I was getting ready to donate. But I can't donate knowing you out here not exhausting all options. You know what I'm saying? Because when you homeless, prostitution is legal. You know what I'm saying? I got this man to laugh a little bit on the prostitution. Let me find out I know how y'all met. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the Real Housewives of Pasadena started. They will let you know a thing or two. The Real Housewives of Pasadena. Y'all look like y'all about to call somebody manager right now. Yes. Hold on. Let me remove that from the stage. Yeah. First of all, you're watching The Del Show. You're watching The Del. I am so proud of myself for doing this show on time. I think this is like my 10th or 12th week. Like, I'm just so happy for myself because I have always wanted to have my own show. In fact, I have it on my vision board over here. See over here? It's all that stuff is written. One of those things that's written over here is that I am a late night host. So it was just saying I want a late night hosting gig. But then, of course, as I started to go to the board more, I would just say, no. I'm already a late night host. I don't need to wait on a particular entity to give me anything. I could just give it to myself. So then the day I decided to do this show, I literally had the most excited feeling. Like it was almost like I had went to a network like an NBC and they said, Del, I think we can do it. We see the vision. And I had the joy, like I had been greenlit in this because I greenlit myself because I finally figured out what I wanted to do. And then like I have had, and of course we had some technical issues, you know, some weeks, because that's just how it is when you figured everything out. But like just to be going on time each and every week, and then to have y'all in the comments just waiting on the show, already checking in, you know, it really warms my heart. And then and another thing too is I learn daily lessons on this show. Like for instance, I've been looking at somebody else's channel being like, oh, you know what? I just got to get my hits up because they got this and they got that. Child, I go to their channel and you just have to have patience with yourself and you just have to not be in a state of comparison because you can be comparing yourself to something that is falsely advertised. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be putting the pressure on yourself to something that isn't even real. You also got to love who you are. You see that video that I just played right here that I was like laughing at myself? Let me tell you something. The person that y'all's coming to see on stage is the exact same person that be on the phone with y'all if y'all ever talk to me. I don't have a persona. I don't have like a, you know, some people are like this peppery, you know, on the phone, but then when they get on stage, they have adapted, you know, another kind of, no, this is me. This is just, I am who I am on the phone. I'm who I am on stage. I am this person. And I make me laugh. Like when I'm in the shower or when I'm walking the dogs and I ain't talking to nobody, I be in the neighborhood looking like an unhoused person, like laughing hardcore at some of the things that I be thinking of because I'm a funny person and the Lord is downloading the funny thoughts. So of course I make me laugh, but somebody looked at that video and they was like, oh, why are you laughing at yourself? Because a lot of times people see a comedian, some people that's, you know, comedy is subjective. They don't like to see people laughing at themselves. I'm not the comedian for you because I'm going to be laughing at myself because, of course, when I step on stage, I better think what I'm about to tell you is funny. I better, like, I'm one of them people that, like, sometimes, honey, I can't hardly even get it out because I found it so funny. That's the only kind of jokes I want to tell you. But the person had volunteered, this particular person whom I respect volunteered their opinion. It was like, oh no, don't laugh at yourself. Honey, you have the right to disagree no matter who is giving you the opinion, as long as it ain't the Lord telling you what to do. If it's anybody else, honey, you better stick with who you are because people are always trying to shape you and mold you, and people don't even know who they are. You see what I'm saying? You got to do yourself. And you got to do it to the max because you only got one life. So and I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you 2 years old. You too old to be getting everybody's opinion, okay? So we just had the election, y'all. And I know some people had the election blues, and I'm talking about I couldn't even get out of my bed one day. The day after, I looked at that, I looked all night, and I said affirmations, and I wouldn't even let people, because I just knew Kamala was gonna win. And of course, I just truly feel like they stole the election because now I'm seeing all these like GOP cyber attacks that happened at the same time as the election. And because I know America, I mean, yes, we got some devils that are racist, that want white supremacy, yes, we got all that in this country. But I know for a fact this country got something that is so great, which is a bunch of people that think like me. Well, and I do want to say this too. When it comes to Trump supporters, we have to support them too. People can disagree with you and still be a good person. They may not be voting because of white supremacy and they want to keep a system going. They may be voting for familiarity. People got their reasons, but I know one thing: politics brings a lot of fear. They market it with fear, and then fear is divisive. But just in case he is wicked, okay, or there is a wicked scheme, this is what the Lord has been showing me left and right, and I want to share it with y'all because people like there's always been the wicked. That's why he told us that we should be the salt and the light of the earth. We keep the flavor going and we keep things right. We preserve this earth and we keep the light. And there's no way to be light unless there's so much darkness around. But when it comes to the Lord's system, the kingdom that we live in, God is just. He will take vengeance on anybody that is that is trying to have ill will on his anointed. But I want to read you this, and it's kind of long, but here's what the Lord showed me. It's Psalm 141. Lord, I cry out to you. Make haste to me. Give ear to my voice when I cry out to you. Let my prayer be set before you as incense, the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Do not incline my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men who work iniquity. And do not let me eat of their delicacies. Let the righteous strike me, and it shall be a kindness. And let him rebuke me. It shall be as excellent oil. Let my head not refuse it. For still my prayer is against the deeds of the wicked. Their judges are overthrown by the sides of the cliff, and they hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the mouth of the grave, as when one plows and breaks up the earth. But my eyes are upon you, O God the Lord. In you I take refuge. Do not leave my soul destitute. Keep me from the snares they have laid for me, and from the traps of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets while I escape safely. You think this guy was president when this was written? Or was somebody else doing something else and they needed to pray to the Lord and the Lord delivered them? David was a psalmist and he wrote most of the Psalms, and he wrote it while he was being chased by Saul. And the Lord delivered him. And David refused to go to battle. David looked at Saul, his enemy, as God's appointed. And so he did not kill him, although he had chance after chance after chance. And the Lord delivered. So I can say that one prayer and deliver us all. Can you imagine if everyone said that prayer, every night? I'm just putting you to that. Okay. It's time to get the show started. Honey, I have got a fantastic show for you. Are you ready? Are you ready? I got to introduce my guest. I got to, first of all,